These are the types of girls that I can't fucking stand. I can smell the comment from here. You're not a girl's girl. Oh, what is that? Yeah, you're right. I'm a decent fucking human being, girl. Don't get me wrong. I love my girls. I hold my girl friendships near and dear to my heart. But girls that do this shit, I would rather put my bottom lip over my forehead than spend one minuscule second around. Girls who completely lack self-awareness. I mean, like, so fucking far emotionally unintelligent. Basically, the kind of people where everything is a one-way street. Oh, because this is quite literally a conversation I had with a girl who threatened to, like, blackmail me. All because I didn't want to be her friend anymore. So I did what any normal person with a fucking brain would do, and I threatened to blackmail her back. She fucking says, "You threatening me is low-key wild. You're gonna blackmail me?" No, like, genuinely asking for a friend, how do you wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, wash your ass, go about your day, knowing how fucking stupid you are? Okay, this one might seem obvious, but let me explain. Cheaters. And I'll hear people say no one deserves to get cheated on. In my personal opinion, that's a fucking lie. I think that there's a lot of people that deserve to get cheated on. In fact, a lot worse done to them. For example, if they cheat on you first, do it back harder, bitch. I think that it's a disservice to yourself to just give them enough respect to dump them instead of just cheating on them back. But if you're dating someone who genuinely loves you, treats you well, and you just cheat because you're like bored and searching for more, sexually dissatisfied, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to breathe the same air as you. Homewreckers. Now, these types of girls that like do shit with people's boyfriends, they lack confidence and self-value so hard that the only way that they can see themselves as valuable or wanted or desired is by thinking that they can get with like a taken man. When in all reality, you're setting yourself up to be looked at as only the side piece. I have literally cut off friends for this reason though. If you can sleep at night, if you can look yourself in the mirror knowing you are putting another girl through that, get the fuck away from me. Girls who are willing to screw over their friends for a guy. I had this one friend that literally purposefully didn't invite me out all summer, an entire summer that I was chronically depressed in my room crying, and she knew it because she was scared of me taking the attention away from her from the guys. Not to mention, it was actually quite offensive because the guys were grimy as shit. Like, babe, I don't want Chewbacca in my bed. I promise. You can have him. Girls that project their insecurities out onto you. There was this one girl and she would literally get all ready to go out, all dressed up, and then she would look at me and tell other people, I'm not going out anymore because I just saw how good Lauren looks and I feel like shit about myself. And she would say shit like that, like in front of me. She'd be like, oh my god, you look so good. Like, I don't think I'm gonna go out anymore. Genuine question, like, is that supposed to be a fucking compliment? Like, do you think that that makes me feel good? Like, I work hard for my body. I have a naturally slow ass metabolism. I have to go to the gym and eat like hell every single day just to see like a sliver of progress. And I'm sitting here feeling like guilty for looking good. Like, we all get insecure, but the difference is I don't project that shit onto other people. But even when I'm feeling insecure, they're always the same people to be like, if I were you, I wouldn't be insecure. You should be lucky that you're so pretty. I mean, that circles around to the misery loves company thing. Like, just because you're feeling shitty about yourself doesn't mean you have to make someone else feel shitty. Girls who are constantly fucking negative, and I don't mean like have a mental illness, like depressed or anxious. I mean like has a fucking talent for finding the terrible in any good situation. The girls that specifically only text you when they're in a bad fucking mood. Like, I always noticed I was having a good day until this girl texted me, and that was a fucking problem. Never let a bitch tell you that it's selfish to rid yourself of bad energy, because someone with such a negative fucking outlook on literally everything can and will have an impact on you. Lastly, we have the girls that quite literally want to fucking be you. Like, the girls that will compliment and suck the of every girl in the friend group but you. Will copy everything that you do, but then also make fun of everything you do. Like, the animosity that some of these girls have towards their own best friends is fucking insane. Love you, Hobknockers. Hope you enjoyed. And for the love of God, cut them already. Get ready with me because it's my birthday. My birthday goes horrible every year, so there's nothing new here. I have my little girl, so I'll be okay. This is all I need, right here. Ew, no way I'm crying on TikTok, that's disgusting. Anyway, the day started off really good. I thought this was gonna be the year that I have a good birthday for like the first time in 3 years. I just have like a birthday curse or something. It in fact was not. At this point, I just feel like I expect my birthday to be a horrible day. Look at her in the back. One thing that I really was looking forward to on my birthday was making a get ready with me and making like TikToks. Just because connecting with you guys is what makes me happy. So I'm gonna put some makeup on and make myself feel better. Might even force myself to put on a cute outfit and take cute TikToks, but who knows. I literally hate posting myself crying. Like, I give myself the ick. On the bright side, last year when I was crying, I didn't have anything good going for me. This year, I have you guys, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. I love being tagged and the edits and everything. You guys literally see my life. Anyway. Why is this kind of funny at this point? This is like very normal for me. Like, this isn't anything new. I feel like my life would be a great comedy book. Everyone's gonna think I'm a wuss now. Like, I swear I am the least crying person you will ever meet. Like, I never freaking cry. It takes a lot to get me to cry, but when I do, it's just so funny. I can't help but laugh. I took really cute birthday pictures with Pepsi. I'm probably gonna post them after I film this Get Ready With Me, so go follow my Instagram. It's the same as my TikTok. Right, Pepsi? Everyone can see how cute you are. Everyone that's praying on my downfall right now is probably watching this like, yeah! Things just like baffle my mind every day. Like, sometimes situations happen and I'm literally like, is this a joke? Like, is this for real? I literally just don't understand. And then there's that thought that's just like, what did I do to deserve this? Like, what have I done so bad to deserve this? Comment down below if I should take a cute TikTok and like a cute fit, or if I should just get in bed and lay down with my girl. I don't know. I love you, Hobnockers. Thank you for always being here. Maybe we'll try the good birthday again for next year. 2025, I got you, baby. Bye, see you in the next one. Story time of how I caught my ex-boyfriend pleasuring himself in his mom's bathroom while he left me alone downstairs. Just want to preface this by saying he still stalks all of my fucking accounts. So he's definitely trying to comfort himself by being like, oh my god, she's still in love with me. Like, she's still talking about me. Like, no, girl. Your life and yourself are just so fucking embarrassing that I can use it as stand-up content for the next 10 years. So it all started with him trying to seduce me while I literally had a fucking stomach ache, like borderline puking. Anyone with half a goddamn brain can see why I said no, and because he was ugly as shit anyway. I mean, like 10 seconds after, he's like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and get ready because we were supposed to be like hanging out with our friends or whatever. As soon as he gets upstairs, our friends text and cancel, so I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Like, come back down. Like, I'm literally sick. I feel like shit. Like, come down here. We're in the same house, mind you. He's ghosting all of my texts, like straight up just ignoring me. I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe he's just using the bathroom. 30 minutes go by. I am still in agonizing pain downstairs. At this point, I know exactly what the fuck is going on. Because one of his favorite things to do when I wouldn't want to do things with him was threaten to go in the bathroom and pleasure himself to some adult videos. I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything, but I just fucking knew. So at this point, I decided to just start fucking with him and scaring the living shit out of him. Because literally, you're just fucking weird. Like, it wasn't even the fact that I was like upset about what he was doing or anything like that. It was just accepting the fact that I'm with someone who's literally a fucking loser. So I decided to FaceTime the little fucking freak. Tell me why. Tell me why I heard his footsteps go from his mom's bathroom to his bedroom before he hit answer. And he's all like, no, babe, I was taking a shit. Like, sorry, I'll be down in like 20. Keep in mind at this point, it had been an hour. Over an hour, actually. He hangs up the phone and I hear his footsteps go back from his room to his mom's bathroom. Obviously. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, Lauren, you are dating a fucking weirdo. Like, you need to get the fuck out of this house right now. Like, what are you doing? I know you all are gonna ask me, like, why I didn't just go upstairs and, like, find out for myself or whatever. The things that I would have seen if I went upstairs are things that I could never unsee in my entire life, and I was not trying to do that to myself. Thank you. Another 20 minutes goes by, so at this point, it's, like, almost 2 hours, basically. He finally comes downstairs, and I look at him with a smile, and I say, did you have fun? When I say, to this day, I have never seen a man so fucking nervous, shaking in his boots in my entire life. He's like, what do you mean? Like, oh my god, ew. And you know when like someone's just so motherfucking weird that you almost feel unsafe around them? That's about how I was feeling. So I literally acted like my phone was broken and I got the fuck out of there. He chases me to my car. He stands in front of my car, he's blocking the doors, he's fucking doing all this shit. I'm like putting my fucking keys like in my car, like turning it, like just trying to get the fuck out of there. I literally yell out the window like, move or I'm gonna fucking run you over. And he's like, no, what's wrong? Like, stop, please. I literally just floored it and got the fuck out of there. Holy shit. Hate to be this bitch, but go to part 2. These are all the things my best friend of 13 years did to me that made me cut her the fuck off. Also, this is your sign to stop keeping shitty people in your life just because you've known them a long time and you go way back. Because going way back means nothing if they treat you like fucking garbage. So number one, if I liked or showed interest or even got the slightest bit of joy out of something in this world, she had to fucking hate it. And I don't mean just hate it. She had to despise it. She loved to just go on and on about how terrible she thought the things I liked were every single time that we hung out. It was so fucking weird. It wasn't like dislike, like it was passionate hate. And I swear she would like half these things until I liked it and then she had to hate it. Another thing she would do is intentionally like reach and go out of her way to make me feel unimportant, not good enough, like etc., ugly, whatever the case scenario was, not interesting enough. Like she would just gas the living shit out of everyone around us, like all of our other friends, but make sure she never gave a single compliment to me. But when I say gas up everyone else, I mean like worship the fuck out of every single girl in the friend group except for me. I was like, girl, what did I ever do to you? And since she had that cute little era where she hated everything I liked, the only thing I ever really got from her was criticism, whether it was like about how ugly my outfit was or how stupid my style was or whatever the fuck. Like she literally wanted me to know how unimportant she thought I was. Like it was her fucking mission. And that's like a dumbass little thing girls will do if they're like jealous of you or they give you like I want to be you vibes, is they will purposefully just gas up every single person except for you, especially if they think you're like the prettiest person in the friend group or whatever. Not saying I fucking was, but definitely she thought I was because she made it her goddamn mission to make me feel unimportant. But as for the one thing we did have in common, we both always wanted to be YouTubers since we were super, super little. That solidified for me. And it eventually became my full-time job. And like immediately after my channel blew up, she tried to start her own channel, posted like 2 videos and then fucking gave up. But ever since that, she's been breaking her goddamn back trying to get me to quit. I shit you not, this girl would call me up randomly and be like, I don't think you should continue social media. Like, internet hate can get really bad. Like, out of fucking nowhere. As if I've never, like, gotten internet hate. Like, as if I don't know what it is. Or if I have, like, a really good month with views or something, she'll be like, oh, social media is so oversaturated. Like, I really think you should, like, quit or, like, find something else. And that quote they say, that's, like, the only people that will talk you out of going after your dreams are the people that already gave up on theirs, is fucking accurate. Also, genuine question, like, are you fucking dumb? Like, you think I'm gonna, like, get off the phone with you and be like, she's right, I might get hate, I have to quit? Like, what the actual fuck? I hate when dumbass people call me telling me dumbass shit. Not to mention, when I was going through one of the most toxic relationships of my entire life, like, fully being, like, traumatized, she stopped being friends with me because I wouldn't break up with him. As if it's, like, that fucking easy. And I don't know, I don't care if y'all come for me for this shit. The way I look at it is, I will be there for my friends no matter if I fucking agree with it or if I don't. I'm not afraid to tell them if they're wrong, but even if I think they made a stupid decision, I will never fucking abandon them. After I finally dumped him, obviously she came crawling back into my life, and guess what the situation was? She was in her own little toxic relationship, and I was there for her like a fucking dumbass. Where was she when I was going through mine again? Oh yeah, she fucking left me. Can't even say anything though, because that's my own dumbass fault. Honestly, the list goes on and on forever, but this is getting a little long, so let me know if you guys want a part 2. But always remember, just because you've known that they existed a little longer than the next guy, doesn't mean that they're still not a shitty person. All of the things my best friend of 13 years did that made me cut her the fuck off, part 2. By the way, thank you for 20k hobknockers. There are 20,000 of you. I have so many more stories to tell. So if you resonate with any of these, just hit the follow button and become a hobknocker. Nut. Don't ask me why this happened because I couldn't fucking tell you still to this day. She was a part of a group chat when I was in high school that was literally just made to make fun of me for dyeing my hair blonde. It quickly went from being about hair to them literally harassing me on Twitter, in person, taking photos of me, to the point where I ate my lunch in the freaking bathroom. So fucking embarrassing, but like, these girls made high school a living hell for me. And you wanna know the funniest part about it all? Guess who's blonde now? Every single one of them. Just never forget who did it first, baby girl. I'm just now realizing how fucking weird this next one sounds. She would stalk people who did me wrong in the past and send me like screenshots and life updates of them doing good. Like, are you okay? Oh god. One thing she was really good at was disguising literal constant shitting on me and putting me down as honesty. Ew. So half the time when she was like putting me down, I wouldn't even really like realize what she was doing and that she was doing it totally intentionally. But I do remember feeling like so fucking disgusting and drained after every time we hung out. Literally, even if we just went for a car ride, it would feel like the fucking life had been sucked out of me. I can visibly remember times where I just remember being so happy and then I like hang out with her and I'm so fucking sad after and just feel like shit about myself. My YouTube channel went viral in high school, so a lot of people always like hated me for that reason. I was very used to waking up to like a bunch of new tweets and like literal harassment towards me. And I will never forget this. Like everyone knew we were friends. This random girl tweeted some long ass hate paragraph, just like the most vulgar things that you could think of. But at the end of it, she said she didn't like my shoes. So my ex-best friend decided to like and retweet the tweet. I'm like, girl, if you call yourself my friend, why are you liking tweets that are literally slandering me? And you will not believe what she said. I just liked it because I really thought those shoes were ugly. Girl, you're telling me you're willing to publicly humiliate me. People know that you're my friend. You're gonna join in on like the fucking hate train? Be fucking for real. What goes hand in hand with that is the fact that when I made my YouTube channel, I did not tell a single soul. I did not trust a single hoe. Because I was like, if anyone finds it, then that means that my videos are doing well enough to be seen, so I don't really care at that point. But little detective found it and told fucking everyone. She made fun of and shit on me so hard for having that channel. Like you can imagine, when it blew up, she started kissing my ass again. When my YouTube channel was like in its prime, like blowing up like crazy, like 1 million views every video, it was honestly the only time I can recall her treating me like a human being. Period. She got what she wanted. She got her little rush of clout. And to this day, the most liked picture on her Instagram only has that many likes because I'm in it. And all of my followers went and liked it. She would always come to me and my friends for advice about her shitty relationship. And with the advice that we gave her in confidence, you know, we would say like, yeah, me and my boyfriend went through that and this is what we did. She would take and run with and tell everyone that our relationships were extremely toxic and we get treated like crap. And clearly it was just deflection because her boyfriend literally told her to not bring up marriage in front of him because it makes him uncomfortable. Also, a lot of y'all are asking me why I stayed friends with her for so long. Not that this makes it any better, but this was all spread out over a long period of 13 years. I never really had the time to sit down and put it all together. I'm not proud to say this either, but she was just one of those people where being her friend was easier than being her enemy. Now that I'm out of high school, I'll never have to deal with that dumbass hoe again. I love you, Hobknockers. I decorated my room really cute for fall, by the way, and now I'm gonna go rot in it. This is why you need to be aware of who's actually your friend and who just secretly wants to be you. This is a story of how my best friend ruined my boyfriend and I's hair on purpose and then stole our money. This also takes friends who want to sabotage you to a completely new fucking level. Also, this happened in January, so my hair is like healed for the most part. This banding right here at the top and the orangey, disgusting like tones at the bottom are my cute little reminder of what she did. So to start off, here are the red flags that I ignored. I'm a full-time YouTuber. I've done YouTube pretty much my entire life. I mean, the week that we started being friends, she decides to start a YouTube channel. Obviously, at the time, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. I thought it was, like, kind of cool. But now, looking back on it, it was definitely a fucking red flag, considering that up until that point, she didn't show a single bit of interest in doing YouTube at all. So one of the times we hung out, we vlogged together, right? And we were both gonna post, like, a vlog from that day. This is where shit gets fucking weird. When we post the videos, I mean, copy and paste my exact thumbnail. And title, mind you. Down to the freaking colors, the couple placement, down to the fucking black heart. And she couldn't find the one I used, so she had to use a fucking emoji. So obviously at that point, I was like, okay, that's a little fucking weird. Because YouTube is a very creative thing. I think everyone knows YouTube 101, never fucking copy someone's exact thumbnail. And if she had like asked me or talked to me about it, obviously I would have said yes. But it's just the fact that she just copy and pasted it without saying a single word to me. Like, girl, are you good? You already know my dumb ass. It's like, no, it's fine. Like, just, I'll put it in the back pocket. Like, don't worry about it. And this is where everything went to shit. New Year's Eve, baby. So I have been going blonde since high school. So she was just gonna do my normal blonde. Here's the fucking catch. My boyfriend also wanted to go blonde because his friends were bleaching their hair for soccer. She had done my hair before, so I told my boyfriend Anthony, just go to her. She'll do it for like super cheap. And this is a guilt in which I will never recover. My boyfriend literally said to me, no, I want to go to the person that did my friend's hair. And I was like, no, go to, we'll call her Kelly. Go to Kelly, like she'll do it for so much cheaper. So I fucking convinced him out of getting his hair done by someone else and going to her. And I will never forgive myself for that. I feel so bad. He had beautiful brunette curls before this happened. Like gorgeous. The night before we left for her house, I just for some reason really did not want to go, but I already promised her that we would go there for New Year's. And Anthony low-key really didn't want to go either, but I was like, no, we have to go, we promised her. She does Anthony's hair and is literally just slapping clumps of bleach onto his head. She fucking leaves a ½ inch of the top of his head brown, kind of like how my roots are right now. And while she's like doing all this shit, she's sitting there being like, oh my god, Anthony, your hair's taking the bleach so good. Like, it's gonna look so good. Just like hyping herself the fuck up. I'm like, girl. Then when she starts doing my hair, same fucking deal. Just slapping on clumps. Obviously, I'm like internally freaking the fuck out, but I'm like, trust the process. Trust the process. Anthony washes his hair first and then comes out of the shower and I literally scream. This is what she did to my freaking sweet angel. I feel so bad. Who put a bowl of ramen noodles in this man's head? So then it's my turn to shower. She refused to wash our hair for us, and the product just didn't want to come out of my hair, so I am sitting in the shower for 3 hours scrubbing bleach out of my hair, and it just like wouldn't get all the way out for some reason. And then I run my fingers through my hair, and there are clumps coming out of my head. And I am not exaggerating, y'all. I mean fucking clumps. Like, what the fuck is that? So clearly now I'm starting to get worried. So I text her and I'm like, girl, there's literal fucking clumps coming out of my hair. She walks downstairs like, hey girl, I just want to check on you. Fucking like yanks on my hair, like fully yeets my head and is like, oh no, it's fine. Like that was just a couple pieces, like it's fine. And then walks back upstairs. As you saw in that picture from before, my boyfriend is completely sound asleep, so I'm just here alone freaking out in a freaking house. He has like 3 cats crawling all over me, and if you don't know, I'm severely allergic to cats. And if you want to know how severe, I get allergy shots for cats. I actually got one today, and this would be the reaction that I get from them. This. So yeah, couldn't breathe, cats crawling all over me, my own hair out in clumps between my ass cheeks, and I finally fall asleep. I'm running out of time, so if you want to know how Confrontation went and what happened when we woke up, let me know if I should make part 2. Also, if you like these, follow to become a hobknocker and for more story times. Also, like, literally help. Love you, bye. These are all the different things my friends did to me that were so bad, I ended the friendship. Y'all are always like, Lauren, how do you find these people? And let's just say nice guys finish last. Y'all want to talk about doormat? I was a damn airplane landing strip. Okay, let's start off strong. This girl quite literally watched my boyfriend get into a car accident. Like she was behind him. Not only did she think I was in the car and still drove away. After she drove away, she then proceeded to text her entire contact list telling them to spam me because I just got in an accident. So I was quite literally sitting there with my boyfriend in an ambulance getting my phone blown up by people I literally don't like. For obvious reasons, I don't want to be friends with anyone who will watch my boyfriend get into a car accident and drive away. Wait, no, because saying that back, she watched my boyfriend almost die and then turned into like Lightning McQueen, like Okay, this next one occurred when I was 16 years old. The same day that this girl tried to break the news that she's no longer taking me on a beach trip, she's taking her boyfriend instead. I wish I was kidding. She asked me to buy her a car and if she can pay me in payments and finance it like I'm a bank. Like, girl, at least wait till the next day. There's actually an entire viral story time about that on my YouTube channel. YouTube is also the reason why I had that much money at 16 years old, if you're confused. Okay, this next one is a dude who actually has a pretty decent following on here, but we used to be online friends. One day he asked me for my opinion on these shoes. These shoes were ugly. They like had a rope around them or some shit. So obviously I told him that they were ugly because we always did that. I guess he was feeling extra sensitive this day because he said, that's why your only source of income went to jail. While my dad was sitting behind bars, by the way. And I would cry about it to him every day. Not gonna lie though, he kind of ate with that one. Like, that was a good comeback. Good roasters are far and few these days, so if you can actually hurt my feelings, at least I can end the friendship with some respect for you. He also invited me down to New Jersey and left me stranded there. So that was fun. I got a hotel, got my nails done, kept myself busy, you know, it's fine. Next girl was just extremely emotionally immature. She could dish it out, but she couldn't take it. Couldn't have an actual constructive conversation without her taking it as like a personal attack. And I'm just past the point of walking on eggshells in a friendship, especially an online one. This next girl ruined me and my boyfriend's hair on purpose and then refused to pay us our money back. And honestly, if she would have just left it at the ruined hair, I could have probably got over it. She also cut 7 inches off when I asked for a trim, so it was really fun to live with. But it was how she acted afterwards that was my final straw. This next girl took place in middle school. She never stole from me because I never gave her the chance to, but she stole from all of my friends. She would go over their house and take their stuff and think that they like wouldn't notice. Not to mention, I saw her on New Year's and I shit you not, she grabs my face and just like kisses me. We weren't even friends at this point, mind you, and she gets around. Not even in an SLUT shaming way, but as in a I don't want an STD kind of way. So yeah, that was kind of traumatizing. Okay, this is a fun one because we were childhood best friends. Basically, when we were younger, we knew each other's passwords and she just kind of never changed hers. So my nosy ass was like stalking a little bit. One day I found in her messages, her and my other childhood best friend sending back and forth my TikToks and making fun of me. Oh, because it was so funny because I like fully accused both of them and I just told each other, one of you guys gave each other up. And obviously they both know that it wasn't them, so they were just blaming each other. Nah, but screw you guys for that. Like, I was so real to you, except for, you know, stalking your shit. I guess I kind of deserve that one. This next girl low-key wanted to be me, but it came across in a I hate everything about you way. If you don't know what I mean by that, she wanted, like, everything that I had. Like, we both wanted to be YouTubers, but she would call me and, like, try to convince me to quit YouTube and, like, all this weird shit. Make fun of absolutely everything I liked, but copied everything I liked. I guess you could say I was just sick of calling one of my biggest haters my best friend. Okay, this one actually kind of sucks because I was best friends with this kid since I was like 5. We did everything together. One day he decided to become friends with a friend group that like passionately hates me. And these were like trashy people, like the people that always wanted to be popular in high school but it never really solidified. So they kind of lived out their dreams by just bullying everyone. No, because they literally leaked my address and harassed me online for months because I did social media. Not only did he like hang out with them regularly, but he started choosing them over me and just watching everything they were doing to me. Not gonna lie, that one was a little bit of a slap in the face. Everybody's like, how did you get your revenge? Like, you had to do something back, right? Honestly, posting a story time and making money and content off of what they did to me is enough revenge for me. I promise you, every single one of those people I just listed regularly checks up on my account. I guarantee it. Anyway, if you want any of the individual story times, let me know. And it's sad that it took this for me to finally cut them the fuck off, because I promise you, there was multiple things done before these final straws. I love you, hot knockers, and stay sexy. Part 2 of the most absolute delulu text message I've ever received in my life. Okay, so we left off at the part where we stopped talking a little, it's kind of started to distance, and then she hits my phone with this dumb fucking shit. Okay, this message actually isn't that bad. It's just really fucking long. Yo, hit me with the date of the last time I FaceTimed her. Keep in mind, I'd FaceTimed her a couple times in between here, and it would just ring and ring and ring. Usually, if you were on vacay, I'd not be as bothered, but when I'm away, I can never talk, blah, blah, blah. I've been feeling kind of like a distance, and it was actually really nice, and she was communicating. She was just asking me why there was distance, to which I responded very honestly and vulnerably. Basically said I'm shit at managing my time, which I am. I haven't posted on YouTube in like a month. And how she called me to talk about her boyfriend after being on vacation, ignoring me for like the next week. And then how I would text her and she would literally like leave me on red anyway. But no, that happened multiple times. I literally asked her, look, literally me saying, why do you keep icing me? Which means leaving me on red. And then she says some like weird fruity shit. Anyway, I literally said, turn off red receipts for me. They hurt my feeling. Essentially what I'm getting at is I fucking texted her and I got left on red like all the time. But even so, I had made it very clear I wasn't trying to shift the blame. It's no one's fault. It takes 2 for a friendship to distance, and it takes 2 for a friendship to stay together. The next paragraph you're about to see is a paragraph that will go down in fucking history as the most batshit insane shit I have ever laid eyes on. Like, I physically cannot make it up, guys. I can't. This is where it gets really fucking weird.
I feel like the majority of that isn't totally fair because when I was on vacation, I messaged you a lot. I had a lot to say about a lot of different things, like some of my problems with my dad, how I felt about myself, and I still spoke to you about your life and blah, blah.
No, we never talked about my life. It was always like complaining, negative ass shit.
I hate hate this. I hate this. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate everything.
That was all the stuff she talked to me about. A lot of the time, I felt like your replies wouldn't be too great, and they would be quite abrupt and short, which would be quite disheartening. A funeral is disheartening. This is not disheartening. Disheartening, sorry. I just know Yo was like typing this shit up and she's like, oh yeah, that's a fucking sugar. Like I slayed that shit. Like she thought she ate. But it's just so cringe. The entire day I told you I was packing and I communicated it. This is what fucking gets me. This is what I can't let go. Furthermore. What is this fucking Shakespeare?
Quite hurtful to me that you'd say all I did was talk about my boyfriend.
Did I say that? Nope, I didn't. I said, when you got home from vacation, 4 or 5 days passed before you called me, and when you called me, it was just to tell me about your boyfriend. I didn't say that's all you talk about, babe. This, like, victim complex that she wants to feed into so bad is, like, insane. Anyway, where were we? Furthermore.
This isn't even true, but it's like it's being weaponized. As you know, it sounds like a viable thing that I could have done. I didn't. I asked if...
Viable? Weaponized? Yo just wants to be looked at as smart so motherfucking bad. Anthony literally told me to like put this shit in like Grammarly or one of those websites that like compresses the actual point of it and just send it back to me. Then went on to say all I talk about is my gym achievements, TikTok stuff. Like, sorry that I'm trying to shine a little light in all the fucking negativity that you text me about. I'm sorry anyway.
I had one cool thing to tell you and you didn't open it for days. Same with my Snapchat. Yet you'd reply to my Instagram stories with short, kind of like what I took as kind of condescending Instagram replies.
Condescending Instagram replies. This was the condescending Instagram reply. She posted a picture of a hate comment she got with like a typed up reply and she's like, sometimes I resist the urge to just send it. And I literally said, why wouldn't you just send it, LMFAO? Because like, who gives a fuck?
Commentary is very different to a lot of other types of content. If I reply to every single comment arguing, all I'll do is argue.
Babe, hate comments aren't specific to commentary. Yo really tried to explain how hate comments to me when I've been doing YouTube since I was 7 years old. I was doing that shit before I had a period, dog. Like, like this just like need to look educated and feel like smart. It's really fucking cringy and ew.
I would send you random messages about how much I love you and how great you are and how much I value us.
Us? Girl, we aren't a couple. Know how much you value us. We hadn't even been friends for a month when she started sending like the fucking paragraphs. I literally didn't have anything to say because we weren't friends for long enough. The only experience I had had with her at the point that she was sending the paragraphs was her literally bitching me out for asking for a courtesy text. And so I would say I love you.
And then also ... which to me was jarring.
Jarring! Not the jarring.
I didn't want to send this message as I have a feeling despite you saying you aren't shifting blame, I feel like that's exactly what you've done, which isn't fair, and this time I can't lie to myself that this is something that I can put down as a 2-person job.
A 2-person job? I'll show you a 2-person job. And this time, I can't lie to myself. Trying to say that how she acted when I asked for a courtesy text message wasn't her fault. She can't lie to herself this time. After reading something that made me really sad I hadn't bashed my head into a brick wall multiple times to the point where I couldn't comprehend words, to which I respond, okay. Like she wanted to fight. She was in the mood to argue. I wasn't. The level of immaturity and just pure and utter delusion in that text was just like too much. It wasn't worth it. When it comes to someone with that low of maturity levels and that low of intelligence, that's why all these big words are trying to compensate for how fucking socially unaware she is. I just knew it would be a waste of my energy. I'm never gonna get through to someone like that. I can't. I'm not gonna stoop down to her level and communicate with her like that just to get my point in. I don't care if she thinks I'm a bad person. I don't care. I don't really give a fuck. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Like I said, she was in the mood to argue, so she was like, is that all you have to say to me? You were just proving my point further, and don't think that saying okay makes you the mature one for in your head not chasing something when I've come to you with an actual issue that you refuse to take responsibility for. Not chasing something? What are you, my fucking crush? Like, what? I literally was so straight up. Like, I was so real. I was like, I'm just not doing the dramatized bullshit. I'm sorry.
Dramatized bullshit? Are you kidding me?
Peep the improper spelling that the compensation of those huge fucking words and that goddamn Romeo and Juliet roleplay you sent earlier didn't compensate for.
What had actually happened to you?
I said, it's okay to have a conversation without making it some sob story with all these strings attached to it. I'm grown, dude. I'm not gonna respond to a full essay with fucking furthermore and shit. Sorry. She goes, you need to humble yourself. I said, all right. Yo literally could have texted me at any point and just been like, hey, can we talk more? I miss you. She could have called me. But no, she wanted to play little keyboard warrior and fucking I think she's passionate to be a book writer because that was a whole fucking Shakespeare play right there. And when I didn't want to feed into her bullshit like I did last time, she gets upset. And she's like, you need to humble yourself. What happened to you? Who are you? You've changed. I fucking realized that I don't need to be surrounding myself with people like that. I just always fail to understand how what I said warranted like that shit. That is the type of person that takes every single thing you say when you try to communicate as a personal attack, and that is just a level of maturity that you cannot match. It's all for the better though. It's all in good fun. It made me fucking laugh, that's for sure. Last time I was low-key really fucked up over it. This time I didn't care. I just thought it was funny. Like, how the fuck am I gonna get upset over a text that says furthermore? Like, girl, I ain't go to college for a reason. I don't need these professor-ass emails. I hope this at least entertained you though, because it sure as hell entertained me. I made a fucking cap cut edit. Do you guys want to see it? I love you, hot knockers. Stay fucking sexy. I'll see you next one. Y'all don't know insanely how bad I wish I was making this shit up right now. I think that I received one of the most insane text messages I've ever gotten in my life yesterday. Y'all want to talk about Delulu? This bitch was living in her own fucking fantasy land. Yo really said, I'ma make my own reality. The fuck? I honestly didn't even want to make this because this is what she wants. She wants the attention. She wants the reaction. She wants to think that I care. And the truth is, the more I sat down and thought about it and like read over what she fucking said, there is no possible way I couldn't turn this into a fucking video. Like, I would be doing a disservice keeping this to myself. This shit is straight up comedy content. Like, holy fuck. Okay, story time. Let me give you some context so these dumb ass fucking novels make sense. So I became like internet friends with this girl from the UK a couple months ago, and I really thought she was cool. I really thought she was chill. We liked a lot of different things and had a lot of differences, but for the most part, like, we were chilling. And then the fucking insanity started. She had actually already showed me who she was as a person. First situation still blows my fucking mind. We both do social media and we used to edit together on FaceTime. If you're a video editor, you know that shit is like mentally draining as fuck. Like, that shit's hard. I'm not talking like TikTok. I'm talking like 10 hours of YouTube video editing. So we would like sit on FaceTime together to make it easier. So we would have these like set in stone plans to edit together, and I'll clear my whole fucking schedule, and then yo just like would ghost me and not like show up or call me or say like, hey, I'm busy. And I'm 22 years old. Like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I'm not gonna sit here and play petty games. I was like, I'm gonna talk to her. I literally sent the most kind fucking mature ass message that was basically just saying like, hey, when you can't edit, can you let me know? Just so I'm not like sitting around waiting. I was like, don't worry, I get that you're busy. I'm not like hurt or offended or anything. I just wish you would like, you know, send a text or something. The bitch flipped. Like, lost her fucking shit. Obviously, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm literally being such a healthy communicator. Like, I'm telling her how I feel, asking for like what I need, and literally just asking her to send me like a courtesy text. Like, y'all can literally see, I literally said, I was just saying a text would have been nice, my bad. And then she started saying, please, Lauren, I love you, but I don't need the stress of being made to feel guilty that I didn't edit with you. To which I said, are you fucking kidding me? How am I gonna ask for a text message and then get told I'm guilt tripping you? I feel like you're being really hostile to me for no, like, what? I want to smoke whatever. I want to smoke whatever the fuck she is on. And those text messages were followed up with her saying, I'm at a table with all my friends right now, like reading our conversation to them. They agree that you're being really hostile and really mean and terrible. And obviously in my head, I'm like, wait, she's gotta be fucking kidding, right? Like, there's no way that me asking for a courtesy text caused this fucking havoc. Nope, she was being fucking serious. Like, she deadass had me questioning my sanity. I was like, is this like real? Like, I was really sending it to my friends and being like, is this real? Like, am I missing something? Like, genuinely. She also happens to be a person who can't formulate her own opinion, so she didn't really know that she was wrong, or she was literally acting batshit insane until someone pointed it out to her. Like, one of her close friends literally told her, like, dude, you're literally acting batshit fucking insane. Like, you need to apologize. And if I'm being totally honest, I was just gonna cut her off then and there because I was like, I can't communicate with this person. Like, this person doesn't know how to communicate. Like, if this is what it's gonna be like when I ask for a courtesy text, like, what is it gonna be like when we actually have like a fucking problem? The immaturity so clearly fucking showed. But then she FaceTimed me and she was like, there's a lot of stuff I have to work on. I'm sorry, I was in the wrong, yada yada yada. And of course my dumbass is like, whatever, just don't do it again. And guess what happens next? She fucking did it again. The only difference is I cared last time. This time I just didn't give a fuck. I've honestly been thinking about cutting her off for a while though, for literally just my mental health, because she is such a negative person. And I get it, like, we all have bad days. There's no shame in that. Like, I'm there for my friends whenever they're upset. But when every single time you text me is only complaining or something negative, like, At that point, you're affecting my mood too, babe. So she goes on vacation for like 3 weeks, like a long ass vacation. And when I tell you guys, this is probably when I blossomed. This is when I started posting on this account consistently and I started blowing up and everything in my life kind of started going good. And I refuse to believe that not being around that constant negativity had something to do with it. But of course, when she was on vacation, she always had to text me and be like, I hate this, I hate that, I hate. That's all she said. Anytime she was like in a bad mood or whatever, that was the only time I got a text while she was on vacation. So she gets back and she's like, I'll call you. I'm done unpacking, like yada yada yada. I was like, okay, whatever. So 4 or 5 days passed, no call. Which I'm like, whatever. At this point, like I said, I really didn't give a fuck. Then out of nowhere, I get a text that says, guess what? I have a boyfriend now. So obviously she calls me just to tell me about that. To which honestly, I was fine with, as long as it wasn't something negative. I was just happy that it was something positive. She stops texting me, I stopped texting her. We kind of just like distance a little, and honestly, I think it was for the better. And then I get this out of nowhere. Quite literally at the 10-minute mark before editing, so go to part 2. This is why you need to be aware of who's actually your best friend and who just secretly wants to be you, part 2. A little refresher, my hair was just coming out in clumps. She just bleached our hair, she hadn't toned it yet, so I was still holding on to this like little sliver of hope. But you want to know how much of a dumbass I am? I told her I wanted a 1/2 inch trim. A 1/2 inch trim. I gave the girl that wanted to sabotage me the perfect opportunity. I threw that shit right down the middle. So stupid. I'm so dumb. Can you guess what happens next? Can you? She cuts off 7 inches. I forgot to say this in the last part, but she is a licensed cosmetologist, by the way. But at the same time, I couldn't see what she was doing because she was doing it in her living room. So chic. And if you know anything about me, my hair is my freaking baby. I oil this shit, spend hundreds of dollars on like expensive shampoos and hair masks just to make it as healthy and long as possible. I bought this goddamn Shark Flex style so I wouldn't have heat damage. My point is I did the most for my hair to be that long. It took 4 years for it to be that long. And she took that all away from me in what, 5 minutes? Then me and my boyfriend both washed the toner out of our hair. And this is where it gets really fun. Really fun. My beautiful boyfriend's hair looks like a freaking bowl of ramen noodles on top of his head. Bright yellow, 50 shades of yellow. And my hair is also 50 shades of yellow, except there's a cute little, extremely vibrant, fried ass banding at the top that goes into like gray. At this point, I'm like, this is getting fucking ridiculous. And I fucking say something. I'm literally like, girl, why is there a fucking crown of like bright ass yellow on the top of my head? I had just showered too, so I am in my $80 Gymshark sweatshirt. Tell me why. Tell me why this girl just walks up to me and starts lathering on toner again while I have my $80 sweatshirt on. Didn't even say anything, didn't even do anything, didn't even respond to what I said, just started fucking slapping it on there again like Slay Queen. Oh my god, it's just so hot and sexy when she does that dumbass shit. That is how she ruined Anthony's favorite sweatshirt last time, because she just started putting shit on my head without saying anything. So as you can take a lucky guess, the toner didn't do anything because she fried my hair. Well, she had a little New Year's Eve party she was throwing and she had to leave to get there. So I got to see the beautiful final reveal with just me and my boyfriend and not her there. Here's the before of my hair. I literally like Pinterest. And this is what she had done to it. This, my friends, is how I went into the new year. Like this. This was my sweet boyfriend's beautiful hair before. That would be what she left him with. We were both completely in shock, just silent, staring at ourselves in the mirror, just like wondering what the fuck went wrong. Just as I was at the brink of tears, Anthony turns at me and looks me in the eye and says, well, at least the year can only get better from here. So we go to this New Year's party with literal macaroni and cheese on our heads. I just had a little fun, depressive episode before we went too. So not only was my fucking hair ruined, but I felt fat. And my hair was usually my safety blanket when everything else went wrong. But whoop! Right out the window, yay! I was like, all right, clearly she knows she screwed up. I mean, look at us, there's absolutely no denying it. But it is New Year's Eve, I just want to get drunk, have a good time, forget about all this, and still try to start the new year on somewhat of a good note, even though I looked like a fucking dumbass. So I was just like, okay, I'll talk to her tomorrow morning and it'll be fine. Well, like I said in part 1, she has 4 cats, in which I'm severely allergic to. So I woke up with the worst, like, asthmatic symptoms, could not breathe. And she lived 3 hours away from us, so I was like, I'm just gonna get the fuck home, like, take a shower, figure my shit out, and then I'll talk to her. Now, this is where shit gets juicy as fuck. So if you know anything about Anthony's mom, she's Italian. That's all I really have to say. She saw our hair and was not happy at all. She literally was just like, I cannot look at you guys. Like, I don't want to look at this. I am booking both of you an appointment and paying for this to get fixed so I don't have to see it anymore. Don't get me wrong, like, I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize how fucking terrible it was until I saw it from the back.
What the hell?
There's no denying this. There's no denying that this was an accident. There's no denying that she didn't realize she messed up. You are a licensed cosmetologist who has done my hair before. You call yourself my best friend, and you let me walk the fuck out with this shit? Honestly, I felt kind of disgusted and betrayed by, like, the entire situation. I didn't even want to talk to her. I didn't even think it was worth it. That situation showed me exactly who the fuck she was. Not even the fact that she ruined it, because if it was an accident, like, whatever. But the fact that she saw what she did to me and let me walk out like that and took my money. I never ghost people, but I was just so already upset with everything that happened and how terrible my hair looked and how I was gonna have to readjust to looking like that I didn't even want to deal with the drama that would come with, like, beefing with her and whatever. So I go get my hair fixed and they have to dye it like a dark brown. There's no other way to cover up what she did besides dye it a dark brown. Like, it was too dead to fix. And obviously that fucking shattered me because I had been blonde for like so long and it took so long to get to that point. I also had to get it cut even more because she cut my hair unevenly. Like, you cannot tell me that's not sabotage. You can't. So obviously she sees through social media that I get my hair fixed. This is what it looked like after, by the way. The lady who fixed my hair fucking killed it and she still does my hair to this day. Yeah, she sees that I got it fixed, so she sends me 10 Snapchat videos of her crying Travis Scott style. Like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know where everything went wrong. Like, sobbing. I'm like... Do I think she was actually sorry? No. Do I think she just felt guilty? Yes. You know how I am. Like, I was pissed. I was like, show me how sorry you are. Like, to do that to us, like, give us our money back. You didn't only fuck me over. You fucked my boyfriend over, too. Like, show me how sorry you really are, baby. Send me my fucking $100 whatever dollars back and send Anthony his $100 whatever dollars back. I think I paid, like, $170, $180. Anthony paid, like, $120, maybe. She sends us both back $50. She's like, the rest was for the product I had to buy for you guys. Number 1, I was on FaceTime with her when she bought the product, and it didn't add up to no $200 whatever dollars. She's a cosmetologist. She gets everything for like a huge ass discount. Regardless, no money should be coming out of our pockets to get our hair completely slaughtered. This is the moment I realized it was going to be an uphill battle. Follow and become a hobknocker to see part 3, to see how she started slandering me on Twitter after this, and a lot more things that'll actually make y'all say, what the actual fuck, Lauren? Okay, I'm literally running out of time. Love you, bye.